Victim mode and avoidance mode are essentially the same thing. Like being a victim or being in a victim mindset comes from giving your power away to somebody else. And if you are avoiding, let's say, anybody or anything, you're still doing that. You are basically saying, unless I take my power back by removing myself from everybody and anybody, I cannot not be in victim mode. So basically, they're essentially the same thing. Like moving away from what triggers you does not automatically mean that you're being taken out of victim mode. It's just you repackaging it in a different way and calling it avoidance mode or calling it healing. There's a lot of people that say, I've done my healing and by that I lost everybody in my life and now I have nobody, but I'm so much happier. That's not you being happier and that's not you healing. That's you just not actively being confronted with your trigger anymore. Two completely separate things. Second of all, avoiding everybody and not being able to be disappointed, that is a false path in thinking. I can't think of the word right now that I was going to use, but that's fine. So the way that the subconscious works is you have installed assumptions, and those assumptions don't go away just because you avoid somebody. So let's say you are avoiding people because you think everybody's always rude to you, right? It's an assumption you have based on experiences you've went through or whatever the case may be. Wherever it comes from at the end of the day doesn't really matter. But let's say you're avoiding everybody because everybody's always like rude to you. The second you come back into contact with somebody, and it literally doesn't matter if it's like Joe Schmo down the street when you go grocery shopping and it's just like the cashier, that person might still be rude to you if you hold the assumption that this applies to everybody. So avoiding people is not going to remove the assumption. It's just going to remove the trigger that triggers the assumption once you are in that position to be confronted with it again. So what you need to do is understand that you are in control. Like people can only change the assumptions in your brain if you let them and if you give them the power, and that is a form of victim mode. If you understand that you can change your assumptions, which then changes your surroundings because the people around you have to conform to that, as well as you are conforming to that, whether you realize it or not, that will get you out of victim mode, out of avoidance mode, and it will get you out of disappointment, because disappointment can really only happen if you are giving that power away to somebody else. Why would you be disappointed in something that you know your brain is creating and you can change at any point in time? Like, disappointment should be turned into motivation and dedication to change your assumption that you have, like basically about everything, about the world around you, about the people in your life, about yourself, how you see them, how you think they see you. I've always said this, like the 3 pillars of manifestation, right, in the law of assumption. The way you see the world, the way you